Attention park managers. We have exciting new late Cretaceous species for your park. Australovenators are perfectly designed for stalking prey quickly and effectively. They're often described as the cheetah of their time. Alamosaurus are one of the largest dinosaurs known to have existed. These towering behemoths use their blunt teeth for stripping trees and vegetation. Styxosaurus are carnivorous plesiosaurs, and as deadly as the name suggests, using their body-length necks to snare their prey. Barbarodactylus are cunning piscivores. Their majestic curved crest and long beaks are adapted for speed, snapping fish with ease. We hope these new additions will give your guests an unforgettable and safe experience.
Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new Jurassic World Evolution 2 live stream. My name is Jens, I'm Senior Community Manager here at Frontier, and it is my pleasure to be your host as we talk about the newly released late Cretaceous Pack, and of course Update 4, which launched today just 4 hours ago at 11 a.m. British. Yeah, we're still in British summertime. Yes, absolutely. It's great to see everyone in chat. Huge shout outs, of course, to Heather G, to Jens, a game player, to Paleo, and to, of course, Fran and Lydia from the community team, and to one of our new mods, to SWRP Gareth, SWPR. Oh, sorry if I mispronounced your username. Yeah, we're super excited. We're celebrating the launch of this brand new DLC. So we're going to take a look at all the stuff that's in the free update. We're going to take a look at all the stuff that's in the DLC. So there's going to be a peek at some brand new prehistoric species that you can now pick up and add to your parks. If you want to check out the full changelog for the free update, you can do so on our forums or on our website, JurassicWorldEvolution2.com. There should be a little news tab you can click on, and that should bring you to where you need to go. So yeah, there's a lot to go through here. I'm very lucky and very fortunate that I'm not going to have to do it all alone. I'm joined from the Jurassic World Evolution 2 dev team by Mr. James Mulang.
Hi, thanks for having me.
How's it going, James?
Yeah, good. Really excited about this update. Lots of cool, unique new prehistoric species, and there's a ton of quality of life changes that have gone in as well. So
there really
excited
is.
to talk about
there
those.
really is. Apparently I activated someone's Siri. I'm sorry about that. I just saw it in chat. Didn't mean to cut you off. But yeah, for those who don't know you, why don't you introduce yourself to the community?
Sure, yeah. So, hi, I'm James Mulang. I'm a senior designer on Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I work on the dinosaur behavior management side of things and a few other areas. So yeah, I was, along with Emma Rydstrom, we've been looking at the new prehistoric species that are coming in, as well as all of this new quality of life stuff. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Exciting work. I mean, it's good to have you back. You've been
good to be back.
You're becoming a bit of a stream veteran now, I think, because I've had you on for at least, I think, like 3 previous DLCs.
Yeah, I've lost count now.
Yeah,
really.
Because there was Dominion Bison expansion, there was the Camp Cretaceous one. I think you were on for early Cretaceous Pack as well, like the very first DLC that we did for.
Possible, yeah. I've been on Jurassic World Evolution 2 from the start, and I joined Frontier just towards the end of Jurassic World Evolution 1. I was sort of working on all the DLCs then, so it's really cool to be here, through the whole life cycle of the game. That's
so cool. How are you feeling now that this DLC is out and this free update is out? I'm sure there's a lot of work that's gone into it, obviously.
Yeah, loads of work. This one's been quite interesting because there's been a lot of individual bits in, a lot of individual quality of life things all add up into one massive update. So seeing people's reactions to, specific things is really cool, and there's just so much to choose from. So yeah, I'm really pleased. It seems to have gone really smoothly so far. So
yeah, that's great. I mean, knock on wood, the launch itself of the DLC and the free update seems to have gone pretty well.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, nothing's broken, which is great.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a pretty sizable update. There's a lot of, I mean, once you break it down, you realize that there's a lot of text in these patch notes. That we now have to read through.
We got a bit carried away this update, I think, but it's good.
Yeah, I think it's very good, and people seem to like it. At least there's a lot of love for it in the chat, at least. From both YouTube and on Twitch. We're streaming on both, by the way, and I've got chat over here on my little lappy toppy here. I think then I should also mention that Jurassic World Evolution 2 is on sale on Steam right now, and I do also believe that it is on sale on the PlayStation Store. So if you haven't picked up the game yet and you're thinking, this sounds really interesting, and I like where the game is at now, then you can pick it up for a discount. So there's definitely that. But I do think we should start by just jumping into the game and seeing all of the stuff that's here.
Great.
So first up, we're going to jump into a park a little bit later. But first up, we're going to start off in the main menu, and I've got my controller. We're playing on PC, but I'm playing with a controller because that's how I like to do it. And first up, because we're going to start with some of the quality of life changes. Then we're going to go into some lagoon decorations, which we forgot to mention earlier. Then we're going to show off the new prehistoric species. So we're going to try to pack all that in the next hour and change.
Yeah.
So we've got some updates to how you start off in Sandbox mode. Basically, we've redone this entire UI now.
Yeah, every time we push a DLC or an update out, we add more Sandbox settings, and it gets to a point where there's so many settings that you need all these different categories and stuff to sort of browse them, and this is a really nice way to browse through them. We've got presets, the different creative, standard, all of those. You can choose between selections of, if you just want to make a sort of aesthetic park, not worry too much about am I taking care of my dinosaurs and things like that?
Yeah.
Then you can go for creative, and if you want to play in a more sim-heavy form, you can go with standard.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I think in previously you had to, like, everything was sort of in one box and you had to like scroll everything, and it was doable, but it wasn't like convenient if you just wanted to jump in and then get stuff done. But here there's a lot of really good granularity, and everything is broken down into really good categories.
Exactly, yeah. And this is also the menu that will be in Sandbox itself, so it's not just on the main menu. When you're actually in game and you're messing around with the settings, you can use this menu as well. So yeah, really convenient. And
I do believe that these custom settings will save between sessions as well. So I know that's been a thing that the community has definitely asked for, because there's a lot of Sandbox players out there, and sometimes they want they tweak it to their perfect little thing, and then they have to do it all over again.
Yeah, people have their favorite Sandbox settings, and they want to create multiple parks across different islands and different areas, so it totally makes sense to save those settings out. Yeah,
sure. And where is it? I was going to find it. Yeah, we've also added now an instant construction destruction feature, so you can very, very quickly build or destroy everything in your park, which I think is really cool. I think the park we're going to jump into later on, I think I built the basics of it in maybe less than 10 minutes, thanks to this. And as far as I'm aware, this is across the board. It's not just buildings. It's paths, it's fences, it's pretty much everything you build.
Yeah, anything with a build time. Yeah, no, it makes it so much easier when you have especially if you're making big intricate patterns with paths and fences and things like that. It's really nice to have them build instantly, which something people want to do in Sandbox. Yeah, that's for sure.
I really, really like it as well, and I do think there's also, maybe it's not here. Yes, we've also added in a new feature now where you can refresh the candidates on your scientist screen, also something that players have asked us a little bit for.
Yep.
And you can, if you're playing in Sandbox mode with scientists turned on, you can now infinitely refresh those candidates to just get a new batch in.
Yeah, it's something we always try to keep in mind when we're adding new features, is how's this going to work in Sandbox? What are the restrictions that we're going to let the player play around with when they're in Sandbox?
Yeah. Comment here from Colin Sawyer over on Twitch saying it's a good update, the build and delete feature. So got a fan there at least. That's really,
glad you
really
like
good.
it.
But yeah, like if you're in chat, if you've played around with this update and this DLC, like feel free to give us a shout. Let us know what you think, and I'll do my best to keep an eye on both the game and what we're talking about, and on chat at the same time, and do some shout outs. But yeah, I think then, Adam, if you can just switch back to me, and then I can load up my Sandbox park here. Huge shout out to, of course, our live stream producer Adam for taking care of things behind the boards, as it were, behind the scenes. The Alas on Twitch says the update looks awesome. Teeny over on YouTube saying that amazing update and DLC. And Gaming Lophosaurus, I think the Lagoon and Aviary drones are a great addition. We're going to show off them later on. T-Rex saying I like the Alamosaurus, so it's going to be fun, and I think players are really going to dig it. So yeah, here we are in Sandbox mode. Now I built, we've seen Isla Nublar, we've seen Isla Sorna a bunch on these streams. We've seen the Bison Valley a fair bit on these streams. So I thought, you know what, I want to build in California. So I built a very, I think it's fairly sizable. I still have a lot of extra room here, but I just and this also, as I said before, built fairly quickly thanks to the instant build option.
That waterfall is nice in the background. Huh?
The background, yeah, it's really good. Really nice, like scenery option. So yeah, and as I mentioned before, for example, these fences can be built incredibly quickly thanks to the instant build option. Same with Same with demolishing it as well. Just click, 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 and there it's done. And all of this was built using those options. So I think that's a really cool little feature. Okay, we're going to go into there's some cohabitation changes that are happening here. We've added in some more dinosaur likes, And can you talk a bit about those?
Sure.
James?
Yeah. So we did a bit of this in the last update.
Yep.
When we have the new challenge levels based around a sort of safari-style park, and cohabitation was a big feature there. So we actually added some more relationships between the dinosaurs. You know, who's going to tolerate who in their enclosure, which ones they're going to be able to share space without getting uncomfortable. And people responded really well to that. You know, it gives people a bit more flexibility in terms of making their enclosures. I mean, it's a balance, this kind of thing, because
Of course, yeah.
cohabitation is designed to be a bit of a puzzle, right? You're going, okay, this dinosaur gets on with this one, but it doesn't get on with that. So what's my sort of ultimate enclosure I can make that is going to sort of satisfy all the dinosaurs and they're not going to fight, or they're not going to get uncomfortable? Obviously, they can still fight because they can get hungry, even if they don't dislike each other. So yeah, we've added, for example, ceratopsids now are getting on with each other, but there are exceptions.
Some exceptions to the rule.
There are some exceptions to
Yeah,
that.
I should have some. Yep, there they are. I have some Sinoceratops over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, ceratopsids in general, they've now have a like relationship with hadrosaurids, which is why I added in the Pachy. No, that's the not the Pachycephalosaurus. Parasaurolophus. Thank you. In this enclosure here, and then the Sinoceratops here has a few more likes, but also maybe
More
some additional
dislikes.
dislikes
Yeah,
as
so
well.
they like the group as a whole, but then they don't get on with specific ones, and those kind of relationships are also generally based on the types of food that they're going to eat. So if they sort of compete over the same food, then it's a general sign that they might not want to share an enclosure together. So yeah, I mean, basically it's become a lot more intricate. It's become more forgiving in general, but there is this intricacy, and I think people are going to, you know, spend a while digging into what are the new really viable enclosures. But every enclosure that exists already is still going to be viable.
Yes.
So we're not messing up anyone's parks.
No, absolutely not. And there is, of course, a setting in Sandbox mode where you can just turn off all the disliked relationships. You can, if you want to, in Sandbox mode, just switch that on and then just have whatever dinosaurs you want together in a single enclosure. And you can, I think you can also change all the dislike relationships to neutral relationships.
There's three options. So you can remove all the dislikes and they just become neutral, or you can make everything like each other so they'll share space without complaining at all, or you can just go with the as the devs intended it, normal cohab relationships.
Yeah. So yeah, as you can see here, there's a bit of a list here under dislikes of what the Sinoceratops here doesn't really care to have in their enclosure with them. But for this particular one, I chose Archaeothornymimus. Did I do that correctly?
I think so.
I think so. Parasaurolophus. I've learned, and I think I've said this a couple of times on stream as well, that with some of these dinosaur names, you just sort of have to get a running start.
Yeah.
And then just sort of just go for it. Don't think about it. Just run.
Or use the species viewer and actually find out how they pronounce. Or use the species viewer
and find out how to pronounce it. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that is that. So we have this lovely little. They're having a bit of a scuffle, but it's fine. So I built this specifically to show off some of these new like relationships. So now you can see there's no impact here on their cohabitation meter because they are all shared with species that they generally like to be around.
And that makes sense. I mean, look at these ones. They're clearly friendly.
Yeah, these seem to be very chill. Yeah. Like all the herbivores in general, mainly pretty chill dinosaurs, except for Therizinosaurus, who doesn't want anyone in their enclosure. So yeah, that is. I think that's a really neat little addition, and I like it a lot. Okay. Message here from Cretaceous the Hunter saying, "Can't wait to buy the late Cretaceous DLC pack." Thank you so much. There's a question here from the Park Insider that we're actually going to get to immediately because we're going to jump into this hatchery here. Now, don't panic. We have some Alamosaurus ready to go. We're going to do those later because we're going to move on to some gene editing. And I just need to double check my Sandbox settings to make sure These should be under
Dinosaur behavior?
dinosaurs. Yeah. Yes. Gene modification negative enabled. Yes, yes, yes. All right, cool.
Yeah, so those are the new Sandbox settings for gene modification. You can now modify in both directions. So
Yes.
you can actually increase the chance of a dinosaur getting a negative trait. If for some reason you're cruel like that and you want your dinosaurs to...
So let's take Indominus Rex, for example.
Sure.
If I want to, I mean, yeah, you can, you can continue explaining.
Yeah, you can send it in that direction.
Basically do this. And that will increase the chance of all of these negative traits. Well, all of these negative traits now have a 100% chance of happening
Yes.
when I go through synthesis.
Exactly. Although, I guess what's important to remember is that by default, a dinosaur can only get 3 traits at once. So if you have a 100% chance of 5 traits, then it actually means you're still limited to 3 traits, right? So
right, that's under the normal
That's
conditions.
the normal behavior, but then there is a new setting as well, which unlocks the limit, and they can just have as many traits as they want. You can get some pretty absurd-looking lists of traits, but it's Sandbox, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's all about free play. It's all about, you know, yeah. So if I want to now, I can just do this. And I think normally there would be like a warning message on the right saying you can only have 3.
Yeah.
But with this, I'm not going to release this, by the way. I just want to show what this looks like when I hit begin task on this, and then we finish up the synthesis thing. Message here from Evolution Square. Shout out to Evolution Square, one of our content creators, saying, love the update, Frontier. Thank you so much for making the game even better. Love to hear it.
Yeah.
So yeah, now this will have 11 negative traits.
This is bad news. This
is this is not going to be good for this particular Indominus Rex. And you know, maybe if you're the kind of person who wants to do this, then by all means go ahead. But then also this goes in the opposite direction as well. So I can have 11 positive traits if I want to.
Yeah, exactly. You can't stack them, by the way. You can't have the antisocial trait twice or the fit trait twice, so it is still capped, but there's no limit now to how many you can have at once.
Yes, and I think that's really cool. I think it was Reddit where I saw someone said, all right, now I'm going to have a Min-Me beat up an Indominus Rex.
That's actually the post I'm thinking of that, like, we'll see. It might still struggle, actually.
That might be a bit tricky, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, no, I think this is a really cool little thing that we've added in, and I think I can't wait to see what people do with it. But for now, just so I don't do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is just modify genome, and then you modify all these different things up or down depending on how you want to do it.
Yep, and there's infinite modification points that you can spend as well. Right?
Yes.
So normally, at max genome, you would unlock the max amount of points, and that's going to vary from species to species. But with this setting, it's all dinosaurs, all the points, all the time.
There's a fantastic comment here from Dr. Gonzo over on YouTube. He was so busy seeing if he could give 11 negative traits that he never thought if he should.
Yeah.
I do like that. But yeah, I think that's really cool because, you know, infinite modification points, like you feel like that makes sense. Then you realize, oh no, normally we have the cap of 3.
Yeah.
Why not just introduce the infinite, like why not introduce the ability to have as many as you want and then just sort of see what happens?
Sandbox is all about breaking the rules in fun ways, so
yeah,
I think why not is kind of the ethos of Sandbox mode.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's a really cool little feature, and we'll get back to this hatchery very soon, or soon in the stream at least, when we unleash this Alamosaurus to take a look at what it actually looks like. I think it looks really cool, so please stay for that. Yeah, spoilers. So yeah, from dinosaur gene editing, let's talk about some pathing, like path capacity. That's also a quality of life update that we've added in. So yeah, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, so we've added the overcrowding view to the path editing mode. So this is a feature that I think adding this is going to make this feature a lot easier to understand, basically. So, like, I think veteran players probably do get this, but for new players, this could be something that takes a bit of time to understand. That the concept that you need enough space in your park along the paths, and it needs to be space in the areas that matter as well, right? So, if you have a really popular viewing gallery, then you need enough paths going to it that people aren't going to be getting traffic jammed, basically.
Yes.
So visualizing this while you're placing the paths and actually showing it update when you update the paths is just really nice bit of feedback for that.
Because I think usually you would have to go into the management view here.
Exactly,
and
yeah.
that would show you the guest crowding. But then now, it's a lot easier to just see, oh, I need to add in things here, here, and here, because this particular area seems to be
so you don't have to go look at the management view, edit the paths, look back at the management view. Oh, I didn't quite get it, so now it's a lot easier.
So here, for example, apparently this is a very popular, it's the gyrosphere, so it's a very popular attraction, and it goes straight into this this enclosure here, where I have some ankylosauruses. I have a couple of amargosauruses in here as well. They're just a bit hidden right now. But yeah, a lot of people coming here. So I can see here that, this is red. So if I want to, I can just turn replace on, and then just boom, boom. Immediately turns red. Then immediately turns green. Amazing.
No, it's really, really nice feedback.
So I had a different one here as well. So let's just see if we can. Oh, this has to be even bigger. There we go. So and the way you can probably tell the way I've set some of this up. I have one monorail, and I have a big sort of circuit with gyrosphere running through my entire park, because I like the fact that they're transport, and I think that's really, really cool. Which location is this? This is the Yosemite, California map. It's basically the last level of the campaign. And so if you play through the last level of the campaign, it will unlock automatically for the Sandbox mode. So that is that. A comment from Dr. Gonzo saying it's a simple change, but it's a big quality of life improvement. Really well done, and it's a lot of positive messages about this this particular feature. So
nice.
Kudos again to the dev team.
This has come from watching people play the game and seeing where they're getting confused and sort of going, okay, what can we do to address that, right? And giving better feedback is really important for stuff like that.
Yeah. So we talked a bit about likes relationships previously. We've also done some rebalancing to dinosaur territory. I think I have some carnivores down here, so we can take a look at them for a little bit. But can you talk a bit about the territory rebalancing that we've done?
Yeah, sure. So this is also something that it came out of making that Safari Challenge level. It's how would I describe it? It's the idea that what the aim is for the territory system, right, is that dinosaurs, they want a certain amount of stuff in their territory, stuff that they care about, so they want forest or the types of food that they want. And what we really want is for dinosaurs to claim the ideal space that they need and then not sort of spill out too far into the rest of the enclosure. And we have a lot of variables under the hood that let us control the way that territories behave. So the way that they work is that as the dinosaurs move around, they're claiming more space, and every point on the edge of their territory is sort of, in real time, it's decaying back towards the center of the territory.
Oh, interesting.
So they're shrinking, and the dinosaurs have to sort of keep them up.
Right.
So it's a balance in terms of tweaking those values to get to a point where they're decaying away from the things that the dinosaurs don't care about, or they're decaying away from negative cohabitation overlaps and things like that.
Right. Yeah. I can even see it sort of happening. Yeah,
you
like
can see
it's building out now, and then I can see them sort of shrinking back in.
Exactly.
It just happened again.
There's a lot of cool visual feedback, actually, like the areas that are shrinking in sort of flash a bit more than the other ones and stuff. Like the gameplay team did a really, like, this is such a cool mechanic in my opinion. Like,
I like it a lot.
I can't think of this in many other games, this really dynamic sort of visualization of where the territory is.
Yeah.
Anyway, the long and short of this change is that territories should be a lot more stable now. They should reach a point that is sort of satisfactory and then and stay at that point. So if you have a large enclosure with lots of dinosaurs cohabiting, then they should be able to sort of all find their niches and find a point that is stable.
So it sort of grows and shrinks at sort of the same rate almost?
The shrinking is now quicker, but in the areas that the dinosaurs care about, the shrinking should be the same. So it's shrinking away from bits that they don't want, and then if they're sort of over-satisfied with their territory, then it's overall going to shrink faster until it goes back to a point that is just satisfactory.
That's very interesting. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of time lapses showing how some of these change and change and grow and expand and shrink again depending on dinosaur movements. That's really interesting. I've never really considered that and considered obviously how much thought goes into this as well. So that's cool. I like to hear about that stuff and like to see it. Yeah, like we saw it happen in real time. So I think that's
it is just cool to just sit and watch them. It's sort of like a little funguses like growing and fighting over space, right? If you look at it from this kind of zoomed out point of view, it becomes like a bigger story than just the individual dinosaurs. So yeah, I really like this mechanic.
Definitely. All right, that's really cool. And it can be. I was like going into the stream, I was thinking, this could be a bit tricky to show, and then it just sort of happens naturally right in front of us. And so, yeah, all right, that's good. That's good. A couple of other things that we should mention regarding this isn't territory, but the ranger patrol, ranger patrols have been improved a little bit. So when one dinosaur is scanned by a ranger team, the same ranger team will scan all dinosaurs in the same territory and in shared territories, I believe.
Yeah. So if the territories overlap, then they'll be scanned as well. So effectively, it's a single enclosure getting scanned at once. Although in a really big enclosure, that might not always happen.
Yeah. Because usually it would be any dinosaur within this circle,
and then it would go visit them one by one.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is going to make ranger patrols a lot more efficient.
That's great.
You're not going to have issues with, that you need 1,500 ranger posts just to make sure that everything stays scanned all the time. And then when you combine this with the previous changes where ailments are getting automatically revealed if they've been seen before and they get scanned.
Yes.
It's a lot more sort of automation. You can kind of sit back and let the ranger teams and the medical teams handle things, which is, as a park manager, you're sort of delegating in that sense, right?
Yeah.
So this kind of fits with that. Yeah.
It's definitely, it sounds a lot like it's working towards creating sort of a more efficient flow of how all these tasks are carried out by, the different teams.
You can sort of trust the teams to handle it.
I like that a lot. Now. That's great. Moving on, we're going to talk about tours, and I'm going to see if our viewers are eagle-eyed enough to see what I'm putting down here. But there's something different behind. There's something different to the gyrosphere tour here. And I'm going to see if someone can see it. If I just tell you, there's something different here with the tours. I'm going to see if chat can pick up on it. So last time I did this, there was one person who got it like both times. I was like, all right, what's new here? And they just immediately got it. Maximal Dino Traps just said direction. That is absolutely true. So we've done some changes now to the way tours will work, and I have to go into the correct one now. So for example, let's say I want to build a Jurassic tour. This can now essentially flow in both directions.
Yeah.
So I can start connecting it wherever I want, and then there's an arrow here pointing and saying, oh, it's going to go in direction A. And if I then say, I'll just build some here. If I go back and start building from the other way, the arrow switches.
Yep.
And I think that's really neat.
Yeah, once you see it, you're like, yeah, this totally makes sense. It's really intuitive as well, the way it picks based on the way you're building.
Yes. And another fun thing, another good quality of life update that I really enjoy is that, hold on, I'm just going to get my things ready. So usually, if you had a park tour, you would need to have all your tour stations facing the same way. And so if one was facing, let's say you had an entire circuit and the first station you built was facing, well, towards this path outside the circuit.
Yeah.
Nothing else could face inside the circuit. That's now changed. So if I want to, I can just do this, and they will immediately connect.
Mm-hmm. And then the whole thing just follows the same direction. And
Yeah.
you don't have to do any kind of messing around with using path crossings with the park tours and things like that. It'll just all work.
It just works. I'm just going to connect this up. So like this, and now I've got my two ones right here. And then it doesn't really stop there either, because you can also choose which direction you want the tour to go in. So now you can go clockwise or you can go counterclockwise. It will still follow the loop in one direction, because that's how it's been designed.
Yep.
But at least now you have now a bit more flexibility in how you want this to look. And so
yeah, this is going to help people lay out their parks a lot, I think.
I think so. I'm very much looking forward to see what people end up doing with this.
Especially as tours and gyrospheres are some of the coolest ways to lay out your parks, I think. Some of
Definitely.
the most dynamic, so making...
Oh no, no, that
no.
wasn't supposed to happen. Don't worry. Keep explaining, James. I'll fix it.
So yeah, so making them easier to control is just a big win, I think.
So here, I think this is where I started to build my gyro station. It continues through this exhibit here, or this enclosure. And then here it points in the same direction. And then here it points inward.
Yep.
And then continues flowing and to where it points out of the circuit.
Yep, yeah.
And then towards here where it points, it's still, no, inwards towards the circuit.
Yeah, so what you would have had to do before would be to either flip them around and make a sort of S shape with the track, or use the path crossings to allow the guests to still walk over. So yeah, this just allows for much neater parks. And also sometimes you just want the tour to be going a certain way around, because you have a certain, I want to see the Struthies first, and I want to go onto the T-Rex, things like that. So yeah.
And so now that is now an option, and that is now standard in Sandbox mode, I believe. And if I'm not mistaken, this also propagates to Chaos Theory levels and Challenge mode levels as well.
Yep.
So then you have a lot more flexibility in the other modes as well, where tours are a part of how you build.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, people are probably going to benefit from it the most in Sandbox, where they're really focusing on creative parks, but there's really no reason to not allow them to do this in all the modes.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that's really, really cool. Speaking of attractions, let's see, where's my... Right, here we go. We now have, in viewing galleries, we now have multiple positions that you can stand in when you want to view things, essentially. And so there's a couple for land-based and aviary and lagoon viewing galleries. And for bigger things, like for example the San Diego Amphitheater, you have multiple points, I think, that you can sort of switch between.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I forgot about the hotels.
Yeah, because they are technically viewing galleries, so, or they have viewing capability.
I did not consider that. I should have built a hotel. But luckily
It's instant.
Luckily, thanks to instant builds.
What a great feature.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like we planned it. Oh yeah, that's so cool. So yeah, now you can switch between multiple viewpoints. I think this also counts. This also for the research towers in the Dominion Bison expansion. Yeah. So you can definitely switch between different viewpoints, look around.
And this is cool because there's a lot of detail in those buildings actually, and just being able to show it off is really nice.
Yeah, like the guy there.
Yeah.
Pointing and looking at things.
In the lagoon viewing stands that raise and lower as well, getting a different view on the inside while it's raising and lowering is really cool.
Yeah, I do like that a lot. So there was a question in chat asking what we're playing on. We're playing on PC, but we're playing with a Xbox controller because I like to play with a controller when I play. Right. We're just going to jump into the next one. I think we're going to come up to something the players are really going to like, but there's also going to be another one that people are going to like a lot. So I need to change some of my sandbox settings for this. For those of you who like to use the, we talked about this a little before, but if you like to have scientists turned on, you can now, of course, do your, you have your sandbox candidates, and you can do your scientist refreshers. Like if this list that you get isn't, if you're not happy with it, you can then just hit a button, and then that will immediately refresh everything. Like right now I'm playing with unlimited funds, so obviously that will just, it won't cost me anything, but usually it will cost you around 100k.
Yep.
But if you have a pretty successful park, it's not going to cost you that much.
Yeah,
generally.
and it's sort of, if you're in the early game as well, it's sort of, should I make do with the stuff that are available, or should I risk it and roll again? Because sometimes the trades can be really worth doing that. So
definitely, for sure. And I also like that there's now a timer telling you when the next refresh is going to be.
Yeah.
So then you can, if you don't have the funds for it, you can always just speed up time. And
exactly.
then,
Yeah, you don't want to spend 100,000 and then it was going to refresh in 40 seconds anyway.
Yes. So yeah, that is just a quick little thing that I wanted to show off. I'm going to turn off scientist now in case I need to do some things that require scientists, and I don't need them. So let's jump into the aviary. So we have in our aviaries and our lagoons, whenever you assign an MVU or a ranger team or a capture team to lagoons and aviaries, they will drive up to the hatchery, and then they will pilot a little drone. And a lot of players asked us, hey, this drone, it's kind of cool.
It looks fun, doesn't it?
It looks fun. Can we fly it? And now you can. Here it is. So if you want to now manually tranquilize or scan or medicate
anything that
marine
you can
or
do
flying
with
reptiles,
the teams normally.
you can do that within the drone if you want to have sort of a up close and personal view of some of these flying reptiles. I think that's really neat. I like it a lot.
Oh,
oh, sorry, did I crash into someone?
I think a dinosaur crashed into you, or a reptile crashed into you.
And then, of course, I can always lock onto. Oh no, now I'm crashing. You can always use the lock-on feature in case you want to try to, if you need to tranquilize or medicate or anything like that.
Exactly.
So
and you can shoot directly as well with aim mode.
Yes,
there's
aim mode. Oh, that's cool. I actually haven't seen that. That's great.
Yeah,
I love
this worked really well.
And then, of course, because I have one for ascending and one for descending, and then I have another button for just shooting.
Yeah, I mean they're so mobile. You need to move around while you're shooting for sure.
That's great. I love that. Oh, got it. And that brings me perfectly to my next segment. So let's say, like me, you accidentally tranquilized a dinosaur and you think, oh, I want this to wake up again.
Yeah.
We now have a stimulant dart. And it does exactly what it says on the tin. It administers a stimulant, which then immediately wakes the dinosaur or reptile up. And then it just goes back to hanging out.
This is useful for if you're tracking a dinosaur because it looks like it's breaking out, it's looking a little shifty. And then it turns out, actually, you're fixing enclosure and stuff. You don't need to pick it up with a helicopter and put it down. Or wait for it to wake up on its own.
Yeah, because usually it took like 10 minutes, I think. And, that goes by fairly fast if you speed up time. But at least now you have an option to just go boop, boop, and then it should wake back up. I think it's really cool. There was a question there, can I control the submersible? Yes. Both the aviary and lagoon drone are controllable, and we're going to jump into the lagoon drone a little bit later when we show off the new marine reptile that we're adding in with the new DLC. And the stimulant will wake a dinosaur up, and if you realize, oh no, I need to tranquilize it again, you can just switch to the tranquilizer, and then that will let you tranquilize.
Yeah.
And so that is that. And if you've been following this game for a while, you might recognize that we've also done some. Oh, come on, camera. We have now done some changes to the Pteranodon. This entire aviary is Oh no, it's not. Yeah, some of these Pteranodons are 2001 Pteranodons, so they have the 2001 skin. We've now scaled them up to be of the size of all the other Pteranodons, so they should be to scale. That's the phrase. Yeah,
They're in line with the others.
They
now.
should be in line with the others in terms of size now.
So rejoice.
Rejoice, yes. All right, now I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to turn on high escapes. And I know I have some carnivores in this park, so hopefully they're not going to try to escape. We're going to turn on high escapes, and we're going to turn on dinosaur comfort. And hopefully some of these flyers are going to escape from the aviary. If I just turn up this a little bit.
Yes, because they have their enclosure's not suitable, right?
Yeah, they don't have a lot of food. They don't have their territory needs met. So they should hopefully... Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to take direct control of this helicopter and hopefully we should be able to see something cool because we've added now in the option for flying reptiles to attack helicopters.
Yeah. And this flying reptile is particularly threatening.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big one, so this is probably gonna... All right, let's see how this happens. I'm just gonna be hovering here, and then we'll see what happens. Unless it's gonna... No, it's gonna land and eat people. You know, it's a...
That's his prerogative.
As his prerogative. It just ate that person. So let's see. It might attack, or it might not. We might also have some of these pteranodons come out as well. All right, so we've got a pteranodon on the loose. We've got a Quetzalcoatlus on the loose as well. They might be more interested in attacking the guests rather than attacking the helicopter.
It depends, and there are sandbox settings that control this as well.
All right, let me open the shelter. Let me...
Vehicle aggression is off.
Oh, that explains it. Vehicle aggression. Boom. My fault. There we go. Capture team, direct control. Here we go. So I've got all my people into emergency shelters, and now we've turned on vehicle aggression. So hopefully this Quetzalcoatlus here will do its best. I did have another helicopter over there. Maybe that's... No? Okay. Come on. You can dart from the helicopter. You can deploy drones from here. I mean, you can if you... No, I can't deploy drones from here, but I can...
Oh, there we go.
Yep, there we go. So it will attack either the rear rotor, I think it will attack the front, and I think also the Quetzalcoatlus will just attack the man with the rifle.
Yeah, they can just skip straight to that.
Yeah, here we go again. Yes, so they will, yeah. Some of the flying reptiles will then attack the helicopter. Maybe I can get this Ketz to come at me now.
The way it works is that the health bar, when it reaches 0, the flying reptile is more likely to grab the gunner out of the helicopter and send them plummeting.
I did see that, and when the condition for the helicopter reaches 0. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so they can ram it, and they can also sort of latch onto the side as well.
And then when the condition reaches 0, the helicopter will have to return to the landing pad, and then you'll have to buy a new one essentially. So it's the same as with the. It's the same with ranger teams if they get too smashed up by land-based dinosaurs.
To repair,
And now we're going to get these flyers back into where they belong because otherwise, all right.
The animation for the Ketz eating the gunner is great.
It is quite brutal.
Especially when you're in first-person mode and you see it. Knock, knock.
And I do also think that I may or may not have lost my helicopter now. Yeah, vehicle destroyed. Purchase repairs. All right, let's get these flyers back home. tranquilize. There we go. And I've also got a ranger team on the way to fix this. But yeah, no, what I was going to say was I was playing around with this the other day, and I saw when the helicopter was taken out of commission, the gunner just fell out. He wasn't eaten or anything. He just sort of dropped and ragdolled out. And I thought, that's a good little detail, but that's also brutal.
It is pretty brutal, yeah. But, you know, it's Jurassic World.
Yes, it will happen.
Comes with the territory.
Stephen Murphy says, I like how you worry about the carnivores breaking out, but you let a bunch of murder birds out. I mean, the idea was for just the flying reptiles to break out and for the carnivores to just sort of hang out by themselves.
Seems to have worked.
Seems to have worked, yeah. All right, repair in progress. That's great. Let's just get these out. Yep, there we go. And just let's get these. Oh, there we go. Yep, selected. I think that should be. Was there only 3 that escaped? Apparently, it was only 3 that escaped.
They had a big impact.
They did have an impact. Okay. There we go. And deliver them to the aviary. There we go. I think that should... No, wait, there's another one here. There we go. Deliver to aviary. That should be all of them, I think. Yeah, because this one's skiing... Yes, that should be all of them.
That's why you don't let them out in the first place.
No, that's why I don't let them out. That's why I don't want to try to let them out. But yeah, now they're gonna be able to add that extra level of chaos, essentially, by attacking your helicopters. All right, but say you have a flying reptile attacking one of your helicopters, and you think that can be a cool screenshot. Let me take a screenshot of this. Which is why we've also added some new things to capture mode. We're going to go through this very quickly, and then we're going to jump into some of the new Lagoon decorations. But yeah, now we've added in some postcard overlays. We've added in some stamp overlays as well, which I think are really, really, just a fun little addition to capture mode.
Yeah, these are really nice. There's a lot of funny stuff you can do with these as well. You know,
I do think so.
Take a trip to Jurassic World. Meanwhile, Quetzalcoatlus is...
Yeah, wish you were here.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. And Joe's Brick Film says, this is cool. Meows Kimon also said, this is so cool. Heather G says, I love the postcards. Got to see them with my pictures today. So yeah, this is just it's a small little thing that we've added in. But, if you're the kind of person who likes to hang out in capture mode and, this is now a feature you can use.
Yeah, it's a really nice way to celebrate your parks and share them. So... Yeah, I think people really like this.
All right, so we're gonna head off and show you guys some Lagoon things because we're adding in a lot of more decorations in this, and one key thing is Lagoon decorations. Now, eagle-eyed viewers may have already seen that I've added several of these already to my Lagoon here, and they will just attach to the sides in the same way that fish feeders will attach, and the viewing stands as well.
Yeah, you've got these types which attach to the side of the Lagoon themselves. And we've got ones that fit the different eras as well. So we've got the Jurassic Park style ones, Jurassic World style ones. Yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah, so you've got Lagoon sails, which I think are Lagoon sails and fountains and planters. And then you've got some Lagoon banners and banners classic. I think classic is Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Speaks for itself, I'd say. And all of these will just attach naturally to the sides here, as long as there's room, of course.
Yep. Yeah, they take up about as much room as a viewing gallery does. Yeah.
And I think they're a really cool little addition to the... I really like the fountains, actually. Oh, this camera's a bit... I really like the fountains. I think they're really nice as well. Like
yeah, they are cool.
They add a little extra to the lagoons.
Yeah, so there's dynamism.
Yeah.
Movement.
So I've got my list here. So the Lagoon fountain, the Lagoon planters. So let me just bring up the menu here. So I had an idea. I'm gonna remove this, and then here we go. So
Nice.
yeah, the lagoon sails, that's Jurassic World. The lagoon fountain, that should be.
That's either Jurassic World or it's both.
I think that's all. Yeah, according to my notes, that's all. The planters are in all eras, and this banner here, I think, is either that's either Park or World, and then the classic ones obviously are Jurassic Park.
Yep. Yeah, these are cool because it's sort of obviously there isn't a lagoon in Jurassic Park, but this is a sort of what if decoration. What if there was? And I think this fits the style really well.
Yeah, and it's the same sort of. I mean, you can see it here. The same sort of torches that you have on the sort of main gate. But that's not all. As you can see here, there's a bunch of other lagoon things, and I wonder if I've actually placed some of these out. I don't think I have in this one, but you can now decorate the bottoms of your lagoons as well.
Yep.
Oh no, here they are.
Ah, nice.
I just didn't see them. So we have some sunken ships, we have some nice rock formations, there should be some thermal vents. I think this is a reference to Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, this is the parasailing
It
boat
is
style boat,
okay, yeah. Because someone on Reddit...
It might not be that specific boat.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be an homage to this.
Yeah,
I think that's really cool, because I remember someone on Reddit posted this and I thought, is this Jurassic Park 3? And I thought, now that I have you here, I can go ahead and ask you.
Plus, on one of the sauna levels, we've got the parachute as well.
Yes, so I like this idea.
Complete
now.
the whole picture.
I do think there should be so you've got cages, you've got different lights, you've got rocks, thermal vents, different coral things, and of course you've got the Indominus Rex skeleton.
Yep, that's really
because if you're going to have lagoon decorations, I feel like this is a kind of iconic thing to add in.
Definitely, yeah. This is what people think of when they think of features underwater in Jurassic World. If you zoom in on some of the coral as well, you can see there's some little fishies swimming around as well.
Oh, really?
Maybe not that one, but there are on some of them. Oh, there to your left, there's one.
Oh, where?
Just by the menu.
Oh, here. These glowy bits here? Oh yeah, that's cool. I didn't see that before. That's great.
Yeah, just a bit more movement and life in the lagoons. It's really cool. Combined with the tuna that's swimming around we have, and obviously the marine reptiles as well. Yeah.
But these are then obviously attached to the decoration. They are a part of the decoration.
They're a part of the decoration, exactly.
But yeah, these should be the thermal vents, I think, and then there's other thermal vents as well that you can add in. I think this is really cool because in total we're adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait. 2, 6, 11, 12, 13. A fair bit. I think there's over a dozen different things that you can place down here, and it is across all eras. So none of these are locked to specific eras.
These ones that are inside,
all of the things you can place underwater should be available in all the different building eras that you can.
And you can place them wherever in the lagoon as well. So they'll adhere to the terrain. It's not just on the flat part as well. So
that's great. And we've also done some changes to the water, I believe. Like it's a bit clearer now. You can see a bit easily under the lagoon water.
Yeah, exactly. It's it wouldn't be too much point adding all these cool decorations if you couldn't see them so well. Yeah. So yeah, we've cleared up the water, but still trying to keep it sort of authentic to the film in terms of it's sort of, you want some murkiness, right? You want to see reptiles slowly emerging out of the underwater fog, but you want to be able to see the cool vents, the fish, the coral, stuff like that. So yeah, and that changes the view within the underwater drones and within the underwater viewing galleries as well. So.
All right. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. Another thing that I also wanted to mention is you may have seen that on the left here there's a new lighting or lights feature in the decoration. So basically we've added in the option now to change the color of some of these lights.
Yep.
So if you want to have like red or orange underwater lights, for example, you can absolutely do that. So if I say, they should be here. Yeah, here they are. So for example, this should now, well, it's not dark now, but some of these will then start to give off, yeah, there we
you
go.
can see,
There's
yeah.
the red one.
And a cool feature with this as well is when you go into the light editing mode, it actually switches the time of day to night, just to show the difference. Kind of hard to tell underwater sometimes, but it is a nice way to see the effect it's going to have.
I mean, we are at some point going to switch this to night as well, so we can see some of the.
Yeah.
There we go. See, yeah. So you can light up these amazing features here, like the decorations, in different ways thanks to these lights.
Yeah.
And then you can also change the color on above surface lights as well. So like any surface you play, any light you play on this plant on the surface or place on the surface.
Yeah.
Is,
Yeah, there's a lot of lights that are in decoration items already, so you can go and edit those. And the way the editing works is nice as well, because you can save a color and then go click on each individual light to sort of paint that light color onto the decoration. So it's for people who already have parks with a lot of lights, it's not going to be too hard to go through and edit the colors of those en masse.
That's great. Love to see it. All right, we're already at an hour. Okay. So we've also, I'm just going to quickly touch on these. We've added some new Jurassic Park banners, which I just placed here for people to see. We've added in a Jurassic Park light. We've added in I think this is the Spinosaurus sign that we've added in.
Looks like it.
And of course, the Jurassic Park style toilet as a decorative little option. This is, of course, a reference to the toilet that Gennaro runs into when he's trying to escape from a T-Rex in the first Jurassic Park film. And a lot of people...
Iconic toilet.
Iconic toilet. So, we decided to bring it into the game. I believe the foliage changes based on the environment you're in? Or if
I think so, yeah. I mean, that works with the hatcheries, for example, and the staff centers. So,
yep.
Yeah.
And and as we mentioned with the lights and everything, if I, for example, with these lights that I've placed out already, if I go into the edit menu, I can just click on them and they'll be recolored,
Yep.
which I think is really cool. And you have your sort of big color picker here as well, so I can go, yeah, let's make these lights pink or purple instead. Love it. And finally, for decorations, on our amenities, we also have some new amenity decorations, which should be these ground decorations, I believe. So there's now 3 new planters. There's some amber planters. There's some fountains, and so yeah, like these amber features, for example, I think are new. These fountains, I believe, are new.
Yep.
And these copper sculptures, which are from the Dominion Bison expansion.
Yep.
So this has also been added with update 4. And all of the stuff we've just now talked about, all of that is for free.
Yeah.
All that's been added to the game now for free. If you're just joining us, my name's Jens. I'm here with James from the dev team. This is Jurassic World Evolution 2. We're talking about update 4, which dropped today at 11. And we're going to talk about DLC 4 very, very soon, which is the late Cretaceous Pack. Before we do, this one is earning a massive profit, I gotta say. People are crazy about beads in this park. That's great. Love that. We're going to do a very quick giveaway. Yeah, we're going to kick off a very quick giveaway where you can win a Jurassic World Evolution 2 hoodie, Jurassic World Evolution 2 t-shirt. We're going to give away a DFW backpack, which you can see on the shelf there over James. Or we're going to give away a Jurassic World Evolution 2 notebook. There's mugs, there's a water bottle, there are pin badges, just a lot of stuff. I'm going to kick that off immediately over on our Twitch channel. So if you're watching us on YouTube, head on over to Twitch and you'll be able to participate there. Now, I'm going to read off our terms and conditions and how this competition or how this giveaway is going to work. To enter, I'm going to give you a keyword that you will need to type in chat, and the competition will run for 5 minutes, and it will close at, let's see, it will close at 4:13, so in 5 minutes and a bit more from now, at 16:14 British summertime, because that's what we're in. So do the math. And as I said before, it's Twitch-only competition. Geographical restrictions will apply, and you can find the full terms and conditions at frontier.co.uk/legal. And this information will also be posted in chat. Then if you're a winner, we will DM you on Twitch from the official Frontier Developments account. Now, the keyword you need is !Lagoon, !Lagoon, all lowercase, no spaces, !Lagoon, 5 minutes from now at 4:13 BST. So go. If you're on Australian springtime, you still have 5 minutes. Just go. Just just enter into it. Yeah, there was someone in chat saying, "Hey, I'm on Australian time." Well, you can still enter. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go.
We'll allow it.
We'll allow it. And best of luck to everyone over in Twitch chat. And yeah. Okay. That was all the free stuff. There's a lot of free stuff.
Yeah.
And I think generally it means like people, it looks like at least a lot of people are really enjoying it.
Free stuff puts people in a good mood, I think.
I do think so. And this is the kind of game where, you know, like we get a lot of feedback from players, and a lot of it we say, oh yeah, like we can do this, like this will help improve, so, you know.
It's really nice to be able to you know, look at what people are asking for. Like Lagoon decorations is a big one in that category, and actually be able to sort of fulfill that for people as well. So yeah, we're always looking at community feedback, always going, you know, what can we do that's gonna fit with being authentic to the film, and it's something that players are they're asking for, they're gonna appreciate. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this update.
Yeah, me too, absolutely. And based on comments, Park Insider here says that this stays one of my favorite games ever. Appreciate that. Sorry, by the way, earlier if there was some low gameplay volume. We've tried to adjust for that, so hopefully you should be able to hear the game just fine now. Let's see here. There's a comment here from Galactic Falconer saying, your continued addition of free update content is muchly appreciated. Great work. And within everyone saying, !Lagoon.
Great comment, very timely.
Yeah, that happens all the time. But yeah, no, unfortunately, if you're one of our mods over on Twitch, unfortunately you cannot enter. But I see you over there, Gareth. I know what you're about. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of !Lagoon here, I think. So yeah, and then once we finish up this giveaway, which ends in I think about 3 minutes. Yes, 3 minutes. Chocobumble can't enter if you work for Frontier at all. No, unfortunately you can't. Chocobumble. Oh yeah, the black bottles on the table. That's the water bottles that you will get in the giveaway. That's one of the water bottles that we're giving away. So we're giving away a big kit. We're basically going to send you, if you win, that backpack there. Well, not that specific one, but a backpack that looks a lot like it.
That one's ours.
That one's ours.
Yeah.
With just everything put into it. So you're going to get a hoodie, you're going to get a t-shirt, you're going to get a water bottle. So one of those water bottles. A mug, you can see the mugs up there, right over James's head. There's some notebooks up there that you can see as well. And yeah, if you're curious about what one of the hoodies looks like, you can head back into the VODs of the Jurassic World Evolution 2 YouTube channel, and there's one where I'm wearing a blue hoodie, there's one where I'm wearing a green hoodie, and that's what the hoodies look like. So yes, good luck for everyone. That is those are the prizes. So yeah, it's !Lagoon, not Lagoon ! I've seen some of you get it incorrectly. !Lagoon, and you'll be able to enter over on Twitch. Comment here from Addison saying, I'm really happy you're releasing a lot of free stuff. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
we would want to. Yeah, I think it's been great to just sort of sit and look at a free update and just think, yeah, people are going to like this.
Yeah.
Or just have someone from the team, like with previous updates, we've had someone from the team comment like, how would people like it if we did this? And I just go, yeah, they'll appreciate that.
We took some suggestions for the quality of life stuff from the whole team as well this time. So a lot of this is normally design led, but we've come up with a few new processes for getting people's suggestions from the team and from the community into the game. So
And we have merely 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. I believe that is the end of the giveaway over on Twitch. Yeah, if you can see Frontier DevBot now announcing Jurassic World Evolution 2 merch bundle giveaway is now closed for new entries. And Adam, please, if I can have the winner. And every time I do one of these, I keep thinking, I should get like a drum roll sound effect that I can play on stream. And every single time I forget
trumpets.
it. Some trumpets or something. Just every single time I forget it immediately. But the winner of this incredible Jurassic World Evolution 2 merch bundle is none other over on Twitch than DJ Freaky B. Congratulations. Big round of applause for everyone here in the studio. And please, we will DM you over on Twitch. So please check your Twitch DMs or Twitch Whispers, I believe they are called. But now, let's get into these new prehistoric species. So we have 4 new prehistoric species coming here. And here comes my point again about species name pronunciations. We just have to sort of take a running start at it. There's Barbaridactylus, flying reptile. There's Alamosaurus, which is a land herbivore. A sauropod, yes. There's Styxosaurus, which is a marine reptile, which looks really cool. And there's Australovenator. Is that correct?
I think it might be Australovenator.
Australovenator, okay.
But
thank you, James.
I'll accept either.
Yeah. And I just want to know from chat, what do you want to see first? And I'm sure, certain a lot of people are going to either shout it out in chats, tomato, there's no tomato. And, or I think maybe we'll get a poll going over in chat, but we'll see. Australovenator, the big one, Styxosaurus. I think the big one is Alamosaurus.
Yeah, I think
probably. So. The flying one, Alamo, Austro, and I have to say, I did get a pretty good kick out of seeing so many people from Australia who play this game be very excited that we're adding in a dinosaur that was discovered in Australia. So shout out to the Australians, like just in general. Yeah, good bunch of people.
We have a lot of North American dinosaurs already represented.
Yes.
So hey, why not?
Yeah, why not head down there as well? I want to see the big boy first. Austro, Alamo. It seems to be sort of a toss-up between the Austro and the Alamo. So I think let's just... no, wait, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Let's just go right ahead and do this. And now I do have, yes, dinosaur comfort is turned off, so they should all be good. And I've set these to random, so you'll be able to see what some of these look like. I love the little run that they do.
Yeah.
And then they just sort of stop and like skip, and then... And off they go! Yeah.
Yeah, these ones are cool. That's a great pattern.
That's a really cool pattern combination. What is this? This is Julian Mountains and Pulcrana. And oh, look at that! Look at the green. That's so good.
Yeah, these this whole set of dinosaurs has got really vibrant patterns.
They are incredibly, yeah, like you said, incredibly vibrant, incredibly colorful. Good green color, nice, like, yeah, very vibrant, very good color on the snout there as well. I prepared 2 batches of this just so we can have like a wide variety of what they look like. And yeah, that is the Australovenator.
Yeah, these are cool. If there's any energy drink companies that are looking for mascots, then
yeah, I feel like this would be pretty perfect, wouldn't it?
just send us an email.
Yeah, and just like the huge variety of color. It's like, yeah, like we just had one that was bright green, and then, I mean, yeah, you can see it right there. Like,
Yeah.
there it is, right in front of you. Just the variety and the difference in coloration on these can be, it's quite astounding.
It'll look good on a postcard.
Probably, yeah, let's, where's capture mode? Capture mode, here it is.
Boom.
Boom. Oh yeah, that's where no, that's raised, this is lower, good. Oh no. Fence in the way. There we go. Nope. Can you tell I don't use this much on the controller? Perfect. And then I, of course, can filter these any way I want. And yeah, take a trip to Jurassic World. See our amazing Australovenator. There we go. Unpause it. But yeah, fantastic work. I mean, every single time we add new dinosaurs to this game, I am just absolutely blown away by the amazing work that our artists do, coming up with not just what these will look like, because like we have a general idea, but also it has to fit into the Jurassic World like look and feel.
Yeah, exactly.
And then also all the different pattern colors, the different body colors, and all that. I think it's just a fantastic job.
Yeah, and this one is an original Frontier dinosaur. Well, we didn't create this dinosaur. It does actually exist. It did actually exist in real life. But yeah, they do a really good job of keeping it authentic and keeping it unique and faithful to the actual fossil records as well. So, yeah.
For sure. All right, that is the Australovenator. I think these two might have it. Anyway, check them out in DLC 4, the Late Cretaceous Pack. Moving on, we're going to do another land-based dinosaur. This is the Alamosaurus. Alamosaurus is a very big dinosaur. And to illustrate how big, we prepared a little something for you in advance. That sound you heard was our stream tech, Adam, laughing in the background.
He's very
so before we release this dinosaur from the hatchery, we can jump on over to what we have prepared in advance. And yeah, so there's me, and there's the Alamosaurus. And as you can see, this is a very big dinosaur. And I think, yeah, I'm 185 centimeters, or about 6 feet, and I reach just to about its hip bone-ish. And so, yeah, as you can tell, these Alamosauruses, quite big dinosaurs. They are, I think it's called a Titanosaurus.
Yeah, not as tall, but wide.
Yes, very wide, very long, very big. And yeah, we prepared this little thing in advance in order to show you all how big this dinosaur actually is. Yeah, the Elas says, indeed, Titanosaurus species. Crispy Halo and Nikki Nakinola saying chunk and chunky, respectively. And
they're not wrong.
Yeah, they are big. Also a Titanosaurus Dreadnoughtus. So, fun fact for you out there. Should we jump back in? Thank you, Adam. So yeah, that was that was fun. Let's take a look at the release animation. Ah, amazing pattern, amazing colors. It's so big it almost doesn't fit through the door.
That's how you know you're onto something. I think.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
I love its mohawk.
I know, right? It's really cool. I mean, it's already a very unique dinosaur because it's so big.
Yeah.
But just the spikes and things running down its back, I think it looked really good, in my opinion. I'm just gonna sit back and watch this. And much like the other sauropods, quite slow as well, but that's, par for the course when you are this big.
To be expected, yeah. But yeah, the armor they have on their back and the spikes, it just makes it really unique. So this is definitely one of the stars. Yeah.
And just, again, a lot of variety in terms of the coloration, in terms of like the different body and pattern colors. I mean, just by hitting random, I get these two very different looking dinosaurs, and you can clearly see how they... oh no, they don't like the Amargasaurus. Well, I'll get rid of the Amargasaurus. So this is the Amazon rainforest, and this other one would be, Great Sandy Desert. And they will need a big area because they're sauropods.
Yep.
They'll need forest, tall nuts, a lot of open space, and all that. So I'm gonna...
They are needy, but they bring a lot of appeal to the park. So they're worth it.
I am going to... No one's going to be unhappy in my dinosaur park.
Perfect.
So yeah, now they should be... Yes! Hooray! No dislike species. It likes everything. Fantastic. Yeah, I can just look at these, walk around for hours.
I love their face. I think, if I'm right, that there isn't actually any fossil records for what their face would have looked like.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, this is just sort of derived from the rest of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it fits.
Absolutely. I think
It is
it
attached to its neck.
The face does fit its head.
Yeah.
That is, we can be certain of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Allosaurus, great dinosaur, and as you said, yeah, has a high appeal. It's a bit needy, but it has a pretty high appeal.
Yeah.
And
because sauropods get on with a lot of other dinosaurs, you can build enclosures around a sauropod. So they don't need a massive enclosure that's just dedicated to them. Right?
comment here from Twitch saying, never mind. Okay, next up, I believe, is the Styxosaurus. And for Styxosaurus, I'm going to change it to night because, in case you missed this, Styxosaurus comes with, let's see, there we go, select all. With bioluminescence. I was pausing because I need to remember what the word actually was.
Yeah, this just looks really cool. Maybe it's a bit of a creative liberty, but hey, it's Jurassic World. We'll allow it, basically. And
hold on, gotta get this back here. So let's release these underwater marine reptiles. And I gotta say, again, the pattern is really good. The pattern coloration is really good. Bioluminescence is just, it's just great.
It looks really cool from above the water as well. So, yeah, they're lovely.
And I do believe, likes everything. This should not have any issues because there should be fish in here somewhere. And
yeah, they'll eat from the tuna feeders, the marine fish feeder.
Yes. And let's hop into the drone, because I did promise that we would drive around in the drone a little bit. And so this is the underwater drone, and you can pilot that in essentially the same way that you pilot the aviary drone, and you have like up, down, strafe, left, right, all that stuff. And you can also lock onto the dinosaurs in order to try to get, in order to tranquilize them or scan them or anything like that.
Yep.
Where'd they go? Oh no, I lost it.
It might be that glowing thing.
No, I lost it. Where is it? Alright, let me see if I can. This is the downside to me building a very big lagoon. There's one.
There they are.
There we go. There's the Styxosaurus. And yeah, the way it just glides through the water is just really, really cool. We've all been there. Thank you. Just an absolutely gorgeous marine reptile.
Yeah, they're lovely. The idea to have the marine reptiles glow is really cool because it just makes them stand out so well in the lagoons.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can. Yeah, so I have my viewing stand here. I think I have another one as well. Yeah, lower. Yeah, this one is already underwater. Oh, you can see it from here. That's great. And then I can also zoom in a little if I want to. I can zoom out, and then obviously I can switch between different viewpoints here. Yeah,
it's cool to be able to actually see the crowds from sitting in the back, and also
I do like that.
It looks really cool when you raise and lower the stands as well in this view.
Well, yeah, as I said, I have built a very big lagoon, so right now it's a little bit tricky to see them, but obviously you've seen them. They're there, and as they're building out their territory, they're...
Yeah, these ones are so cool. There's apparently a lot of the fossils that they've found of these these are elasmosaurids, have rocks in their stomachs.
Oh, really?
Because, their teeth are not built really to tear their prey apart. They just swallow things whole. And
I mean, they are pretty big, so that would make sense. Yeah.
And we have, there's herbivores in the game already that were discovered with rocks in their stomachs for sort of digesting their food. But this was the first time I'd heard about a marine reptile doing the same thing.
Right.
So they'll eat a tuna whole, if it was tuna back then, and then grind it up in their stomach that way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. Nice little, cute
Bit of
little
trivia for
bit of trivia there. Environment, that's what I want. And we want to go back to day. And then I think the final species from this pack should be right here. And it is the Barbariodactylus.
That's such a good release animation.
Yeah, we released about 5 of them, but as you can see, there's a lot of, you can see the variety in them here as well. Like you have this one that's to the side here that's colored bright pink. This one is more of a different color of pink. This one's more yellow. This one's more orange, and then you have this green one here as well. And I really like the crest.
Yeah.
If that's what it's called.
The crest, and in some paleo art you see it depicted as sort of like an antler, like with two, like one long bit and one smaller bit.
Right.
But in Jurassic World Evolution 2, it's treated as a sail, basically. You've got the 2 stems and then the sail in between the 2. This is definitely the cutest addition. Or maybe it's a toss-up between that and the Alamosaurus.
I think all of them just look absolutely incredible, if I have to say so myself. If I say so myself, I mean. I'm going to make sure that they have some food because they don't seem to be too happy right now. Hold on. Here we go. Had it. There we go. Nicely done.
Yeah, these ones are piscivores as well.
I think all the flying reptiles are piscivores as well. And so, But yeah, that is the Barbariodactylus. I really like the fact that the body color and the wing color is different. I think that's a neat little touch for these as well.
Yeah, it's a nice contrast. Yeah, these ones are really cute. The crest almost looks a bit like there's those things that fall from trees, the little helicopter plants.
Yes. I don't know what they're called in either English or Norwegian, so I don't remember, but I do see the remnants, absolutely. But yeah, it's where are the other ones? No, that's the Pteranodon. I don't want the Pteranodon. Come on.
They blended in there, so
No,
small.
that's come on. There's a Barbariodactylus. But yeah, and that I think is just about going to bring us to the end of the stream. Because we've covered so much.
Yeah,
I feel I almost feel exhausted. It's been an incredible journey, this stream, I would say. So we've added. Let's then quickly recap what we've talked about. We talked about a lot of the different quality of life updates that we've done. We've talked about the new Sandbox mode UI in the main menu. There's more cohabitation relationships between different dinosaurs. There's new gene editing options in Sandbox modes. You can have negative traits, you can have infinite traits, you can have infinite trait points. We've overhauled some overcrowding information for when you place paths. There's ranger patrol improvements, there's tour direction improvements, there's multiple views in guest buildings. You can refresh your scientists in the hiring pool, you can control drones in the aviary, you can control drones in the lagoon. Some flying reptiles can now attack helicopters. And we've added in more capture mode options as well to just showcase that one final time with different stamps and logos and all that kind of stuff, which is cool. And of course, we've added in new lagoon decorations. We've added in land-based decorations. There's lagoon decorations both alongside the edge of the lagoon and underwater. There's new amenity decorations. Woo! And there's 4 new prehistoric species in DLC 4 in the late Cretaceous Pack is what it's called. But yeah, so 4 new prehistoric species in the late Cretaceous Pack, and then a bunch of just new quality of life updates in the free update. And yeah, if you have any feedback or anything like that you'd like to share, please hit us up on our forums or on our social channels. You can find us pretty much everywhere on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And I do think that just about wraps it up. Unless you think there's anything I've forgotten.
No, you covered it, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone, and thanks to all the team who made this happen as well.
Of course, huge shout out, and once again, of course, to the Jurassic World Evolution 2 Jurassic World Evolution 2 dev team for doing such a fantastic job on this free update and on the DLC. And of course, I want to say thank you to everyone for watching. I want to say thank you to James for joining me, for helping me summarize all of this. Thank you so much to our intrepid mod team. Thank you to Heather G. Thank you to Orange Spark. Thank you to SWPR Gareth. And I think I saw Osric in there as well. And thank you, of course, to Fran, L, and Lydia, and Tim from the community team, who makes my job a lot easier. Just want to say that. And that does bring us to the end. We're going to be streaming even more next week. There's going to be another Jurassic World Evolution 2 live stream next week on Friday, same time, same place, and we will see you then. Bye, everyone.
Bye.